broadcast high school athletics online from Portland's West Side. We are West Side Mobile Media, Banks, Oregon.
Banks Braves High School Athletics on Westside Mobile Media, presented by Jason Bond Remodeling. Also brought to you by these fine sponsors: Jim's Market, Sarah Hesselman Keller Williams Realty, Wana Credit Union, Banks Post Newspaper, Econo Fab Pole Buildings, GorgeNet Internet Service, Christy Van Meter at Caliber Home Loans, LaHaye's Custom Embroidery, Main Street Pizza, Oregon National Guard, Scoggins Creek Coffee, and Specialty Screen Printing. Now here's the play-by-play voice of Westside Mobile Media, Trevor Beard, alongside color analyst Jonathan Lee. Good evening and welcome to the final home game for the Banks Braves for the 2022 football season. Banks still has not lost a league game in over 5 years, dating back to when they were part of the Coapa League, which is now known basically as 4A District 1, with Milwaukee and St. Helens. Milwaukee dropping down to play 4A for football only. Good evening. My name's Trevor Beard, voice of Westside High School Athletics. The Banks Braves undefeated not only in 3A District 1, but undefeated overall on the season, with wins over Astoria, Tillamook, Warrenton, Pleasant Hill, Rainier, Corbett via forfeit, Yamhill Carlton, and tonight hoping to make it win number 8 as they host the Valley Catholic Valiants. Just one win on the season, a 48-14 blowout win at home last week against Corbett. And going into that match last week, we knew somebody was going to have to win, but Corbett, forfeiting most of their games this season, made it official last week that they would be forfeiting their final 2 games against Yamhill Carlton and Rainier. So the Tigers' season is done. They're 4-1 in league play. 5-1 in league play, with their league season already done. Banks still has 2 games left, counting tonight, and then we'll finish the season next Friday night at North Marion. Banks with 1 win in the next 2, which shouldn't be a problem, will give them a tie of the 3A District 1 title with the Tigers. And if they finish the season undefeated, they'll of course have no losses in league play and have the title outright over the Yamhill Carlton Tigers, which would then finish in second place. Warrenton is the 3rd seed out of 3A District 1 for state playoffs, which will begin the first weekend in November. We'll go ahead and take a 1-minute break and talk about both teams and tell you what volleyball did earlier this week. They've had a pretty amazing run to finish the season. We'll talk about it when we come back. This is Banks Braves High School Athletics on Westside Mobile Media, built by Jason Bond Remodeling. Want to give your kitchen or bath a fresh new look? Jason Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They also offer cabinet installation and will do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based in Washington County and will service most Portland area locations. For quality kitchen and bath remodels, call Jason Bond Remodeling at 503-430-0145.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
And we're back. Congratulations to the Banks Lady Braves volleyball team winning the 3A Coastal Range League title outright after sweeping Corbett on Monday to move into a tie for first place with the Cardinals. Then both Corbett and Corbett and Banks picking up wins on Wednesday. Corbett defeating Warrenton at home on Wednesday night. Banks sweeping Rainier on the road to finish the regular season, and then sweeping Corbett in a neutral site match at Gladstone on Wednesday. So Banks will be the 3A Coastal Range League #1 representative to the 3A State Volleyball Playoffs, which start next Wednesday. We don't know yet for sure, though, if they will have a bye to the first round in the 20-team bracket. Usually, league winners are guaranteed no worse than a top 8 spot. At least that was the case in 4A, but a new classification this year with Banks dropping down to 3A, and as of now, based on the OSAA playoff qualifications as they read, there is no guarantee that league winners will receive a top 8 seed in the playoffs. So Banks could play as early as Wednesday, but right now, ranked 15 in the state, would host a volleyball playoff game on Wednesday. Senior night at Banks High School. Seniors being recognized tonight. Looks like about 10 players being named by Ben Buchanan, Banks Athletic Director. Gavin Baker, the first senior to be recognized, reading down the Banks senior roster that of senior players. #1, Christian Lyda, which has started at quarterback pretty much since game #2. Jack Lyda, his cousin, also a senior. Andrew Brown had a huge interception in the fourth quarter last week at Yamhill Carlton. We'll talk about that one in just a moment. Also a senior, #11, Bo Wormington, a wide receiver. Cole Crossan handling the kicking duties this year, a senior. Logan Kind, basically leading receiver on the team this year, a tight end, along one of the leading receivers along with Jack Lyda. Also senior Gavin Baker, #52, we mentioned him a moment ago. Davon Vereen, listed as offensive lineman, defensive end, started this season as one of the handful of running backs, a 6'1", 200-pound lineman. #66, Riley Purdue, a 6', 185 lineman, and that's it for the senior class for the Banks Braves football team this season. Going back to the Yamhill Carlton win, 31-0 on the road last Friday in a huge game to keep the league winning streak alive. That was a close game entering the fourth quarter, just a 14-0 game. Cole kicked a 35-yard field goal early in the fourth quarter. Still not completely out of the realm of the Tigers coming back for a upset at that point, but Andrew Brown had a 35-yard interception midway through the fourth quarter, and that made it 24-0 and put the Braves up 3 touchdowns. And at that point, the game was pretty much out of reach. Banks added a late rushing touchdown to make the final score 31-0. But Yamhill Carlton, nothing to hang their heads about, especially the way Banks has dominated the second half of the season, finally getting some things figured out. Offensively scored 49 in the win over Rainier, 42 in the win at Pleasant Hill. And so when you think about 31 points for Banks in the win, you got to give your hats off to the Tigers, especially with 5 injured players, to hold the Braves to just 31 points, which a lot of teams would be happy to score on any given Friday night. We'll go ahead and take another 1-minute break and look at the Wanna Credit Union scoreboard when we come back. This is Banks High School Athletics on Westside Mobile Media, built by Jason Bond Remodeling.
Thinking about buying or selling a home? Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty, will help you with your real estate needs. Call 503-313-0748 or email Sarah at sarahhesselman.com. Serving your community daily and proud to support the starting lineup of your Banks Braves. Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty. Call 503-313-0748.
And we're back, senior night at Banks High School, final regular season home game as the Braves host Valley Catholic tonight, and we'll finish the season at North Marion next Friday. Other games going on around the state in the 3A classification. No games last night in 3A. Sisters is at Siuslaw. Siuslaw's homecoming. That will be a big match for Mountain Valley Conference playoff scenarios. Elmira is at Harrisburg's homecoming, and Cresswell is at Pleasant Hill. That game actually started at 5 o'clock. Pleasant Hill has really fallen off since being ranked in the top 10 when Banks went down there to play and crushed the Billies 42-6. Again, we told you earlier that Rainier won after Corbett forfeited earlier today. Valley Catholic at Banks is our game. North Marion is at Warrenton. North Marion already clinching pretty much the third place spot out of 3A District 1. District 2, Scio is at Santiam Christian. Scio still looking at possibly an at-large bid out of District 2, right there with Lakeview. Lakeview 14, Scio 15 are the highest ranked at-large teams. One at-large team will get in. The highest ranked non-automatic playoff qualifier. Jefferson is at Dayton. That should be a blowout win for Dayton. And Kennedy also winning by forfeit tonight after Newport announced they would be unable to play. District 3, Southern Oregon. South Umpqua Myrtle Creek is at Sutherland. Cascade Christian of Medford, a rivalry game taking on St. Mary's. Lakeview is at Phoenix. Douglas travels to Coquille. Coquille, currently the third place team in District 3 in North Valley, is at Brookings. Brookings just one win on the season. Special District 4, Nissa at Vale. Vale and Ontario likely the two teams to advance to the playoffs out of District 4, and Burns is at Lapine in a non-league match. So not only Banks High School football players being introduced tonight, but also cross-country, soccer, and any outdoor fall sports. Volleyball players were recognized in the final home volleyball match on Monday before the win over Corbett. Under 16 minutes to kick off tonight at senior night at Banks High School as Banks 7-0, 4-0, the new number 1 in 3A football tonight after Kennedy won their game earlier today over Newport via forfeit. Newport 36 players, but I guess 25 of those coming over from JV, so not enough varsity players to field a healthy team tonight for the Cubs. A big drop-off for Newport, which once a very strong football tradition in the up until the early mid-90s, maybe even late 90s. Again, Valley Catholic just one win in their last 2 seasons, defeating Corbett on Corbett last week, 48-14. Few 2A football games last night. One class below Taft of Lincoln City, dropping down for football only. A 35-22 win over Central Lynn of Halsey. North Douglas Yoncalla combining to form a 2A team. A big win over Reedsport 56-16, and Umatilla all over Stanfield 43-0. Other games tonight in 2A. Colton is at Jervis. Colton in the coaches poll at least tied for first with Gold Beach, and right there at the top in the top 5 with Gold Beach for sure in the official rankings. Willamina is at Regis of Staten. District 1, that's Vernonia, and Clatskanie. Napa is at Gaston, and Clatskanie travels to Vernonia. District 2, Toledo is at Lowell, and Walport is at Oak Ridge. District 3, Oakland at Gold Beach, Bandon at Rogue River, and Illinois Valley is at Glide. Another forfeit, Weston McEwen over Riverside of Boardman. Grant Union at Hepner later tonight. Warrenton beat Hepner in their second game of the season. And one non-league match in 2A football, Santiam is at Sheridan. 5A football, or 4A football as we move up one class. Again, District 1, Banks' former district. Astoria is at Seaside. Scappoose at Tillamook. Park Rose at Estacada in District 2. Woodburn is at LaSalle Prep. Marist Catholic at Cascade, and Junction City travels to Cottage Grove. Ashland is at North Bend. Ashland dropping down from 5A to 4A for football. Mazama at Henley, another Klamath Falls rivalry. Hidden Valley at Marshfield of Coos Bay. District 5, Marshfield, by the way, the defending 4A state champs. LeGrand is at Pendleton. The Dalles forfeited also today for football. Madras getting the win there, and Klamath Union at Philomath for homecoming for the Warriors. A Klamath Union Pelicans making the big trip up north to take on Philomath just outside of Corvallis, big Beaver country. Jonathan Lee, again, not joining us tonight. He'll be updating us with scores from other games. Plan to have him alongside for basketball this season, and we'll switch roles with him for girls basketball. Basketball season gets underway December 2nd as the Braves will host the Dalles Watonka. Watonka used to be a separate district, a Native American school in the Dalles, but a few years ago those two districts combined to form, I believe, the Riverhawks. About 10 minutes to go before kickoff. Starters being introduced. First for Valley Catholic. Number 2 wide receiver, defensive back, Henry McCarthy, number 3, Henry Paz, a 5'11 sophomore wide receiver, running back, number 4, Zach Wesselman, 5'9 senior running back, number 6, Alex Adams, 6-foot freshman quarterback. 5'11 freshman, number 12, Marcos Mueller, a wide receiver. Tight end junior, 6'6", number 20, Noah Hollub. 6'2 sophomore running back, Jackson Ferris, a sophomore. On the line for the Valiants, number 58, a 6'4 senior offensive lineman, Matt Goodnow. Number 60, a 6'2 freshman lineman, Liam Plepp. 5'8 sophomore offensive lineman, Christian Pearson. Number 64, 6-foot junior lineman, Braden Grant. And a 6'7" junior lineman, number 68, Kellen Kinder. Valiants are coached by Michael Snyder in his second year, led also assisted by Liam Walsh, DeJour Williams, Kevin Johnson, Jake Delozier, and Gus Hendrickson. Banks logo still on the field from a homecoming. White logo with navy blue, white arrowhead logo at midfield, stretching between the 45s. .7:35 to go before the start of tonight's game. We'll take a final 1-minute break and be back with the kickoff in just a moment. This is Banks Braves football on Westside Mobile Media. We'll be back in 1 minute after this from LaHaye.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsborough. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahays.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post. And we're back just about 6 minutes before kickoff. National anthem coming very shortly, I'm sure, so be prepared for that. Again, the pink on the screen, October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Wanted to keep some recognition of that in our broadcasts all month long. Oh, that's fine. Valley Catholic making their way back onto the field to the far side. Kelly Field at Banks High School, directly behind the school, between the school and the baseball field, sits right on a hill overlooking the baseball field. Banks High School located 25 miles northwest of Portland. Kelly Field runs north and south. We're sitting high above the bleachers on the home side of the field, which is the east side. The visitor side, the west side, will be the far side. Banks has made their way onto the field to the near side. Navy blue uniforms, Vegas gold numerals, Vegas gold stripes across the shoulder pads. Vegas gold numerals with white trim, white helmets with navy blue arrowhead logos, navy blue pants with Vegas gold triangle chain separated by a thin transparent line representing the Tualatin River and the triangles representing the Coast Range. Tualatin River, a very important form of transportation for Native Americans. Davon Vereen's going to get the start tonight for the Braves on the line, along with number 30, Caden Harris. Number 11, Bo Wormington, wide receiver. Number 24, Henry White, running back linebacker, 5'10 freshman. Andrew Brown had the key interception in the fourth quarter last week, will get the start. Ashton Crossan, number 6, I think the defensive starters being introduced for the Braves. Jack Lyda, son of Banks Public Address announcer Chris Lyda. And number 1, Christian Lyda, his cousin, the defensive back and starting quarterback. Also number 66, Riley Purdue, starting on the line. Missed a couple of players, I think, but 2 minutes left before kickoff. I believe with the mic now silent, we are going to have tonight's national anthem. Great job of tonight's singing of the national anthem by a Banks High School student as we get ready for kickoff tonight at Banks High School, Kelly Field, in the final home game of the season for the Braves. Senior night. Valley Catholic will be wearing their white uniforms, royal blue numerals, royal blue helmets with royal blue pants, navy blue, or royal blue stripe on the back of the uniforms between the shoulders. Number 2, Jack Latta. Number 18, Logan Kine. Number 53, Davon Vereen. And number 10, Andrew Brown, captains for the Braves. Standing at midfield on the blue Arrowhead logo. I apologize to Christy Van Meter. We have somehow lost your audio. Definitely want to thank Christy Van Meter for all of her support this season and in seasons past for helping us bring you broadcasts of Banks High School athletics. Valley Catholic will receive the navy blue stripe, or the royal blue stripe on the back of the Valiants jerseys. Read Valiants, their team mascot. Similar to a Crusader. So Banks will move left to right as the first quarter starts, and Valiants will receive the football to start the game. Danny Paz and Henry McCarthy back to receive for the Valiants. Number 16, Cole Crossan will punt it away for the Braves as we may get screened out like we are now with standing room only, as is usually the case for senior night. All grass surface at Kelly Field, no turf. And the kick is away and kick to the far side. And it'll be taken by McCarthy at about the 5 and gets some room up around the 20-yard line. Far side, 1st and 10, Valley Catholic just underway in the first quarter. So it looks like getting the start at quarterback will be the freshman, number 6, Alex Adams. Give up the middle, runs into a pile, and not much there, maybe a yard on the give to Number 22, Jackson Ferris. Second down and a long 8. Again, Adams high snap, brings it down, gives it off to the fullback again. Big push, gets across the 25 to 26, maybe the 27-yard line. Will bring up a third down and short for the Valiants. Third down and 3 from the 27. Adams, long count with the lone back Ferris behind him, a two-back set, and the snap goes over his head. He's going to have to go back and fall on it, back near the 20. That'll bring up fourth down, and the Valiants will have to punt on their first drive of the game after Valley Catholic nearly picked up a first down, but a snap over the head of the quarterback Adams will put them in a fourth and long situation. And another high snap into the end, nearly into the end zone. Valiants got it off, and it's going to get all the way up to the 44-yard line of Banks, but a great job by Valley Catholic just to get the kick away after it went over the punter's head. No punter or kicker listed on the Valiants roster. First and 10 for the Braves from the Valiants 44. $9:52 to go first quarter. Banks, their opening possession on offense. Christian Lyda at quarterback, and it's like a 3-receiver set, twins each side, and the lone back is number 30. Caden Harris is going to get the first down inside the 35 to about the 33 far side, a gain of 12 on the first play of the game offensively for Banks. Actually gets to the 32, call it a gain of 13 for Caden Harris. Three-receiver set, twins near side offset. And again, the give, this time off the right side. And Harris gets some room down the near side, gets out of bounds at about the 25. And it will be close to another first down, but I think it'll be a couple of yards short before he's bumped out of bounds into the Braves bench. Second down and short, 9:14 to go, no score between number 1 Banks and Valley Catholic. They are going to mark it inside. Actually inside the 20 to the 18. Gain of 14. So Caden Harris, 2 plays, 30 yards on the ground for the Braves. Lyda, and gives again to Harris off the far side. He's going to score. Touchdown Banks. Caden Harris from 18 yards out puts the Banks Braves on the board first. It's 6-0. with 9:07 to go in the first quarter, pending the extra point. Cole Crossan to attempt the extra point. Lyda, the snap is low, skips it to him, but it's good anyways. 9:07 to go in the first quarter. It's now Banks 7, Valley Catholic nothing. We'll take a 30-second break and be back after this from Wanna Credit Union.
Do you or someone you know own a business? As a local business ourselves, we know how important daily operations are, which is why we offer small dollar business loans for equipment, building upgrades, machinery, and more. The credit union even provides employee benefits for business members. Learn more at wanafcu.org or ask to speak with a commercial team member today. Again, to learn more, visit wanafcu.org.
And Cole Crossan to kick it again for already the third time tonight, handles kicking and punting duties. Yeah, the opening kickoff, the extra point a moment ago, and now the kickoff following the touchdown from Cade Harris. It was Cade Harris all on the ground that time for the Braves. 44 yards on 3 carries, kicked it right to the up man, number 88. So Valley Catholic's going to get great field position out of bounds near their own 37. Looked like Zach Brockman, the defensive back, making the catch out of midair. They're actually going to mark it back to the Valley Catholic 35. Adams again with Ferris, the lone back. And 3 receiver set, give again up the middle. And maybe a yard for Ferris. It'll be second down and long. Max Walker in on the tackle for the Braves. Second down and 9 from the 36, under 8.5 minutes to go, first quarter, 8:20 clock moving. Adams again, Ferris the lone back, 2 receivers near side, 4 receiver set, man in motion is number 2, Danny McCarthy, and kind of a fly sweep action. And McCarthy on the carry gets a short gain to the near side. I think they're going to call it third down and 8, gain of another yard after all that action moving right to left. On the field, Valley Catholic moving right to left as you look at your listening device. Ball to the near side. Twins each side, two split out wide to the far side, and back to throw. It looks like a little miscommunication that time between Adams and his intended receiver, Danny Paz. I think Danny Paz thought it was going to be a much shorter route and looked up for the ball, and it was thrown 20 yards past him as number 12 back in coverage for the Braves. Braden Bigsby, the cornerback. 7-17, first quarter. Valley Catholic, their second drive of the game, 4th and 8. Another punting situation. A little bit of problem with the snap, but Valiant's able to get it away. Jack Lyda makes the catch at the 35 and spins out of a tackle and is finally thrown out of bounds. Banks again will have the football to start their second drive inside Valiant's territory in front of their own bench near side at the Valiant's 45. 7:07 to go first quarter. Banks a 7-0 lead. Banks the new number 1 team in 3A football after previous number 1 Kennedy. Rankings were adjusted around 1 o'clock after it was announced earlier that Newport would be forfeiting their game against the Trojans. And new back in this time. It's all on the ground so far for the Braves. Andrew Brown on the carry, gets A gain of 3 to the 42. Clock under 7 minutes, 7-0 Braves lead. Our first measurable rain since June might lead to some muddy uniforms before the end of the game, especially for the white uniforms of Valley Catholic. And Lyda keeps it on the fake and slips inside the 40. It'll be a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards. It'll bring up third down and I believe 5 for the Braves. And Christian, I think, got some grass or mud stuck in his face mask. Third down and 5. 18-yard rushing touchdown for Cade Harris on the first drive of the game for the Braves. Touched the football on each play. 3 plays, 44 yards. And man in motion is Lyda. Valley Catholic got to him in the backfield. No horse collar tackle, and that's a horrible no call, as Banks should have an automatic first down. A couple of Braves coaches just livid on the field to the near side, and Valley Catholic is going to hold on fourth down after Jack Lyda got grabbed. Textbook horse collar. And no flag. It's going to be no gain. Actually, a loss of about 2. And Banks will have to punt it away. Actually, no, they're going to go for it. Fourth and about 7. Ball on the Valiants 42. Lyda, first passing play of the game. Looks to throw. Now it's going to go down. Back at the line of scrimmage. And Valley Catholic's going to take over on downs. So Christian goes down, loss. Technically, it will go as a sack, as he's going to lose a yard back to the 48. It'll be Valiants football. First and 10 from their own 48-yard line. And Valley Catholic on their third drive of the game has their best field position. With under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, 4:42 clock stops on the change of possession. Adams, the give to Paz, nearly tackled in the backfield. He is going to get a little bit, but still stopped short of the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 11. Actually, Ferris, the ball carrier.
Loss of a couple on the play. Second down and 12.
Second down and 11 for the Valiants. 2 receivers, twins each side, offset. And again, to give to Ferris is going to be tackled back at the 40. A loss of a couple more yards. It'll be third down and 14. A wet, soggy night. And temperatures about 20 degrees cooler than where they have been with after having a long, hot, extended summer well into October. Rain in the forecast for at least the next few days. Pass is tipped and it's going to go through the hands of number 20, Noah Hollab, far side. It would not have been enough for the first down as he started to go out of bounds up at midfield and would have needed to get to the Braves 44 to get the first down, so Valley Catholic will have to punt it away back to the Braves 4th and 14 from their own 41. And kick is away. for number 4, Zach Wesselman. Lyda takes it on the run, has some room down the near side, cuts back, slips a tackle, slips another tackle. He's going to score. Jack Lyda from 30 yards out, touchdown Banks. 2:56 to go in the first quarter, 13-0. Again, Christian Lyda to hold. Colt Crossan to attempt the kick. 2:56 first quarter after the 70-yard kick, or 70-yard punt return from Jack Lyda for the Braves' second score of the game. Kick is through, and it is good. So with 2:56 left in the first quarter, it's now number 1 Banks 14, Valley Catholic nothing. We'll take another 30-second break and return after this from Main Street Pizza.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street Pizza.
And we're back as we get social media updated on the last scoring play. Valley Catholic return man nearly somersaulted, taken out at the knees at about the 25. 1st and 10. Valiants. Banks up 13-0, 2:50 to go in the first quarter. It'll be Henry McCarthy on the return for the Valiants. First and 10 Valley Catholic, ball at their own 25-yard line, 2:50 to go in the opening quarter. Alex Adams, the freshman quarterback, give to, again, Ferris for a short gain of maybe a yard before he's tripped up, 2nd down and 9. Luke Bigsby in on the tackle for Banks. So just back to the line of scrimmage, that's it, as the rain continues to fall now very heavily. Adams is going to give to Ferris, and he slips in the backfield. Loss of all the way back near the 20, so it'll be 3rd down and about 13. Davon Vereen, the first man there, but that was all on... that tackle was made all by the field. We're down at 13 from the Valiants 22. Clock under 2 minutes, 1:40 and moving. Banks a 14-0 lead, a 18-yard touchdown run for Cade Harris and a 70-yard punt return for Jack Lyda. Pass is caught and stopped shy of the first down. Great tackle that time. Team effort for the Braves. Number 12, Braden Bigsby, and number 10, Andrew Brown, to stop Danny Paz before he could reach the first down marker. And Valley Catholic, 4th down and short. That's their biggest offensive play of the game. It's going to be 4th down and trying to determine where to spot the football. It'll be 4th and 4. And Jack Lyda expecting another chance to break one again. And Wesselman, very low kick, and Lyda's just going to get away from it, and it will be downed at about the 35. So Banks will have decent field position with time for one play to finish the first quarter, and a 13-0 lead as the extra point was no good, but there's apparently a flag on the play. Might have a running into the kicker. Now they're going to pick up the flag. Surprisingly enough, there has been no flags called in this game. Very quick first quarter, 7 o'clock kick, and first quarter will come to an end prior to 7:30. Tight formation for the Braves. And the give to Cade Harris. And trying to get some room off the far side. We'll get up to about the 38, maybe a gain of 3. And clock stops momentarily, not sure why. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Number 1 Banks 13, Valley Catholic nothing. When we come back, oh no, we're going to try to hurry and get one more play off. 4 receivers near side, or 3 receivers near side, 4 receivers set. Pass is caught by Braden Bigsby, dragging tacklers to the first down marker, an extra 3 or 4 yards from where he made the catch. Actually, Logan Kind, number 18 on number 12. First down Braves as the first quarter comes to an end. After one, it's Banks 13, Valley Catholic nothing. We'll take a 30-second break and return after this from Scoggins Creek Coffee.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page. Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
And we're back, quarter number 2. Banks a 13-0 lead over Valley Catholic.
Starting the second quarter, Braves 1st and 10, ball at the 47.
So Banks football, first play of the second quarter. Caden Harris with a gain of 5, second down and 5 into Valiants territory at the Valley Catholic 48. Lyda with a 4 receiver set, trips near side offset, is going to keep it off the far side, a flag, and I think likely a hold. Gets a decent gain, but this one's going to come back. Holding penalty will move the ball all the way back to the Braves 40. Now moving right to left as we start the second quarter. So it'll be second down and 18 after the holding penalty. Three receivers set to give to Caden Harris is off to the races near side. Touchdown Banks, 60 yards. Caden Harris. Banks now up 3 scores early in the second quarter, 10:49 before halftime. Touchdown number 2 for Caden Harris. On a second down and 18 play after a holding penalty, Caden Harris picks up his second touchdown on the ground, 60 yards. So we'll wait to update the score in just a moment. Banks are going to try for 2 to try to get to 21. And getting through anyway, but another, I thought maybe a flag, but just a bug. And it's going to be Ashton Crossan on the 2-point conversion. It's now Banks 21 and Valley Catholic nothing with 10:49 to go in the first half. We'll take another 30-second break and return after this from Specialty Screen Printing.
Specialty Screen Printing is the official non-apparel promotional product sponsor of Westside Mobile Media and have provided us with pens, stickers, magnetic decals, notepads, keychains, and recyclable grocery bags. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have over 40 years experience to get the job done right. Locally owned and operated in Yamhill. Give them a call for your next screen printing project. 971-998-8274, 971-998-8274.
(21-0) Banks with a 3-touchdown lead early in the second quarter over Valley Catholic. And near side brought down at the 25. Henry McCarthy on the return. Aiden Ramble making the stop for the Braves near side. Looks like they'll actually mark it at the 26. 10:38 to go first half. Banks a 21-0 lead.
First and 10 for the Valiants. Ball at the 27-yard line.
And Luke Bigsby in on the tackle that time as Valley Catholic tried to run it up the middle with Ferris. Loss of 5, second down and 15. Back to the Valiants 21. High snap, and Braves are going to pick it up and score. Touchdown off the fumble off the high snap. Looks like Davon Vereen with the touchdown. 9:38 to go in the first half, and the route is on as we thought it might be here early. Well, not early, but still 9.5 minutes to go before halftime. It's now 27-0 after the Braves' first defensive score of the game. Snap is down and kick is knuckled through the inside of the left upright. 9:38 to go in the first half. It's now Banks 28. And Valley Catholic nothing. Again, we'll take a 30-second break and return after this from GorgeNet Internet Service Provider.
There's a new premier fiber internet provider in Vernonia featuring friendly and helpful customer service. Sign up with Gorge Networks today for symmetrical speed fiber internet, 300 meg or 1 gig speeds with managed Wi-Fi included in the low monthly price. No contracts or price increases. Refer a friend and get a free month of service. Make the switch to Gorge Networks today. Call 541-436-0223. You can also email us at sales@gorge.net.
It's now 28-0 Banks, 9:38 to go in the first half. And the kick by the Braves is fumbled back near the goal line, and Ridden gets a little bit of room up past the 10 before Andrew. Thought he said Andrew White. There is no Andrew White on the Braves roster. So Valley Catholic, with their worst field position of the night, will start at their own 9-yard line. .9:32 to go, movement, and were the Braves drawn offsides? Apparently so. It's going to go against the Valiants. They're already backing up. First and 15 for Valley Catholic. Half the distance to the goal from just inside the 5. And a chance at another Braves touchdown. Whistles. Braves thought they had a safety. So it's going to be 3rd and goal just inside. Second down and 19 from the inside the 1. And pass is caught by McCarthy, but it'll be still 3rd down and long for the Valiants. Bring up 3rd down and 12. 8:51 to go in the first half, and back to throw. Pass is intercepted out of bounds by Bigsby up at the Valiants 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Braves again knocking on the door with 8:46 left in the first half. We'll mark it at the 21 of the Valiants. And pass caught by Jack Lyda, tripped up down close to the 6-7 yard line. 1st and goal for the Braves with 8:38 left. And screened out, touchdown. Andrew Brown pushed in the back, pushed into the end zone. And with 8:17 to go, it's now Banks 35. Valley Catholic nothing with 8:17 to go in the first half. Technically 34, waiting for the extra point. And the kick is good. So 8:17 to go in the first half. It's now Banks 35, Valley Catholic nothing. We'll take another 30-second break and return in just a moment. This is Banks Braves High School football on Westside Mobile Media. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hey Brave fans, this is Chris Lyda, the voice of the Braves, here to tell you about Econofab Buildings. Econofab is a third-generation family-owned and operated pole building company located right here in Brave Country. Econofab has been in business for almost 50 years, constructing shops, garages, and barns. I had them build my 2 shops, and as a satisfied and repeat customer, I'm here to tell you that Econofab puts the fab in fabulous. Go visit them online at econofabbuildings.com.
We're back 35-0 Braves. 8:17 to go in the first half. And it's going to be taken by McCarthy, far side. Actually, it's number 3. Danny Paz gets knocked out of bounds up near the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 Valiants with 8:03 left in the first half. Banks a 35-0 lead. Ferris, another short gain, line of scrimmage, about the 27, fumbled and recovered by the Valiants. Will be a loss of a yard. And movement. False start against the Valiants. 7:17 to go in the first half. Banks still a 35-0 lead. Timeout Valley Catholic. We will take the break with them. 7:17 to go in the first half. Number one, Banks getting gifted the ranking after Newport forfeited earlier. Hoping to take advantage and solidify that with a big win tonight over a lesser opponent. 35-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this from In Likeness of You.
In Likeness of You offers caricatures, face painting, temporary tattoos, indoor and outdoor games, arcade games, and even costume hero birthday events. Since 2013, they've even held corporate events for some of the biggest companies in the world. For more information or to book your next party, go to inlikenessofyou.com, thebash.com, or call 503-858-0164. That's 503-858-0164.
Second down and about 19. And Braves in quickly on the give, and it'll be a short gain, maybe up to the 24-yard line, a gain of about 2. It'll still be third down and long for Valley Catholic. Already 5 touchdowns, all scored by the Braves in the first half of tonight's game. 4 receivers set, spread wide, and pass is in. Should have been intercepted. Couple of Braves in the area, number 3 and number 2. Jack Lyda and I believe Max Walker went right through the hands of both players. Stops the clock. 6:38 to go. Banks is going to get the ball back anyway, though, as it's fourth down. Lyda standing back near midfield. Valiants get the kick away. Oh, Lyda has it go through his hands. Still able to get the football and has room down the near side. He's going to score. No flag. Touchdown, Jack Lyda. 52 yards. Unreal after having the slippery football get through his hands. Still able to pick it up and got a key block at about the 35-yard line. And after he got to the near side, nobody was going to touch him. 52 yards for his second return for a touchdown this evening. Makes the score 41-0 with 6:23 to go in the first half. Snap is down. Kick is up and through. Right down the middle. 6:23 to go in the first half. Now Banks 42. Valley Catholic nothing. We'll get our last break of the first rotation in. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this from Oregon Army National Guard.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
And we're back. Valley Catholic with the football following the return. Up at about the 28-yard line, 6:17 to go in the first half. Banks a 42-0 lead. Not sure why the clock is stopped. Maybe a second half thing, but I thought 35-point lead put a running clock in effect. Banks will be at North Marion next week to finish the season. We will be there as well, and then that evening, or definitely by Saturday night, we will know who the Braves will host and should be hosting throughout the playoffs. Valley Catholic gets a decent run up past the 35, one of their best plays of the night, as McCarthy with the run up to about the 36. Under 6 minutes first half, Banks, number one team in 3A football, a 42-0 lead over Valley Catholic. 16-team brackets are out for 3A football. However, we do not know who the 16 teams will be. We know for 3A District 1, Banks, Yamhill, Carleton, and Warrenton will be the three teams from our league into the playoffs. And the snap again goes over the head of Adams, and Valley Catholic is going to go back and fall on it all the way back at the 20, and it's going to be fourth down for the Braves. Or fourth down for the Valiants. Braves will get the ball back again. Still plenty of time. 5 minutes left in the first half, and a 42-0 lead. Ferris again, the lone back for Adams. Looks to throw. Pass is off the fingertips of the intended receiver. Number 20 would have been enough for a first down all the way up at the 40-yard line. Noah Hollab, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down and about 18 for the Valiants. Back there on 21-yard line. 4.5 minutes left. Clock stops again on the incompletion. And Valiants are going to go for it. And ball rolls to the quarterback, Adams. Pass is incomplete, and Banks is going to take over. 1st and 10, just outside the red zone from the Valiants' 21-yard line with 4:29 left in the first half. And Braves missing a player. Actually, Davon Vereen coming on late. Christian Lyda still staying in at quarterback for the Braves. Jack Lyda to the near side. Caden Harris, the lone back, trips in tight to the far side. And Lyda the give to Caden Harris off the far side, and he's going to be thrown down back at about the 25. The best defensive play of the night so far for the Valiants. A loss of about 4 brings up 2nd down and 14. Second down and 13 from the 24. Under 4 minutes, 3:50 in under when the Braves snap the football. Max Walker and Jack Lyda split out wide to the near side. Three receiver set with Kind to the top. Caden Harris, the lone back. And the give to Caden Harris, I think, or they faked it to Christian Lida. With the keeper on the fake, will get an extra yard past the original line of scrimmage, a gain of 4, 3rd down and 9 from the 20 with 3:15 left. And we might see Cole Cross, and the Braves are unable to pick it up on 3rd down here with 3rd down and long. Valley Catholic is set. Braves hurry to the line. Walker and Lida to the near side with actually Bo Wormington, not Logan Kind, to the top. Caden Harris, the lone back. The give to Harris. Has some room off the left side. He's going to score again. Touchdown, Caden Harris. 48-0. 2:36 to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage was the 20 on 3rd down and 9, and announced as a 29-yard touchdown return, but actually will go as a 20-yard touchdown return for Caden Harris, his 2nd of the night. And extra point is good. 2:36 to go in the first half. Banks has got to the end zone 7 times in the first 24 minutes. Actually less than that, 21 and a half minutes. We'll take another 30-second break and return after this from our presenting sponsor, Jason Bond Remodeling.
Want to give your kitchen or bath a fresh new look? Jason Bond Remodeling has over 20 years experience fabricating and installing stone countertops and can upgrade your home with the countertops of your dreams without the dreamy price tag. They pride themselves on quality and customer satisfaction. They also offer cabinet installation and will do their best to beat any bid by 10%. Based in Washington County and will service most Portland area locations. For quality kitchen and bath remodels, call Jason Bond Remodeling at 503-430-0145.
And we're back. The kick from Crossan will be taken at about the 5 and be brought down past the 25 to about the 26, 27 yard line. Danny Paz on the return for the Valiants. .221 left first half. Banks a 49-0 lead over Valley Catholic. Banks has scored 49 in one other game, and that was the 49-0 win over Rainier. Valiant send a man in motion. It's Paz, and ball carrier is going to be dropped back around the 20. It'll be a loss of about 5. Aiden rambles into the backfield to stop the defender for a loss of 4. Back to the 22. Under 2 minutes first half, a 49-0 Braves lead. Four receiver set for the Valiants. Again, Looks like Paz is the man in motion. Adams is going to keep it and slip forward, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and long. Actually, he'll lose a yard back close to the 20. So the final play of the first half, for the Valiants at least, will come with under a minute left on 3rd down and long, 3rd and 17 from about the 20. Harris, the lone back out of the eye. Again, Adams sends a man in motion, whistles, and I think a false start against the Valiants. Valley Catholic starting to back up. Stops the clock with 39 seconds to go in the first half. Cresswell getting their first win over Pleasant Hill in almost 20 years, 14-7. That game an early start at 5 o'clock, and Adams again has issues with the snap. The Braves may have it. It hit him in the chest, and he dropped it. It's Braves football with 36 seconds left. Jack Van Domlin in on the fumble recovery for the Braves, and we're likely to see the second unit in a quick second half. When we return from intermission, the only thing we don't know yet about the first half is if the Banks Braves will reach 56. Ball at about the 12. Lyda and Walker to the near side, and the Braves aren't going to run it up anymore. Nice show of sportsmanship, just time for one play, as Christian Lyda will take a knee, and that will do it for the first half. Halftime at Banks High School, the new number 1 Braves 49 and Valley Catholic nothing, as the clock will wind down to 0. We'll be back in 1 minute and take a look at other scores. Actually, a 2-minute break and take a look at other scores from around the state. At the half, it's number 1 Banks all over Valley Catholic, 49-0 on senior night on the final home game of the regular season. We'll be back in 2 minutes after this from Jim's Market.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Thinking about buying or selling a home? Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty, will help you with your real estate needs. Call 503-313-0748 or email Sarah at sarahhesselman.com. Serving your community daily and proud to support the starting lineup of your Banks Braves. Sarah Hesselman, Realtor with Keller Williams Realty. Call 503-313-0748.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsboro. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post.
Halftime score, Banks 49, Valley Catholic nothing. Senior night at Banks High School. Also youth football recognition night, close to 100 players ranging from pre-K to 6th grade. College football tomorrow. Oregon State with a great chance to become bowl eligible with a win at home over Colorado, but the Buffaloes picking up their first win of the season last week in overtime at Cal, 20-13. Oregon in one of the top matchups of the week, game day at Autzen Stadium tomorrow morning, as depending on which poll you look at, Oregon and UCLA either 9 or 10 taking on each other, both undefeated in the Pac-12, and Oregon just their lone loss to Georgia to start the season. Central leading Dallas in 5A football 7-2 at halftime. Santiam Christian all over Scio, 34-0. That game late in the first quarter. Two minutes left in the first quarter. This is a bit of a surprise. Oakland, 2A top 5, leading number 1 Gold Beach 20-0 with about 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Halftime, Hepner leading Grant Union of John Day 6-0. As we reported earlier, Cresswell 14-7 over Pleasant Hill. Halftime, Silverton with a 7-0 lead over West Albany. Late first half, Regis leading Willamina 26-3 in 2A football. Marist leading Cascade at halftime 27-14 in 4A. And taking a look at scoring plays for the Braves. It was Caden Harris getting it all started on an 18-yard run as the Braves started with short field and went 44 yards on 3 plays, all on the ground from Caden Harris, to go up 7-0 with 9:07 to go in the first quarter. Then, after the Braves had forced the Valiants to punt, it was Jack Lyda taking it all the way to the house from 70 yards out on the punt return. Extra point was missed wide left to make the score 13-0, which was our score at the end of the first quarter. Banks put up 35 points in the second period. Caden Harris got it all started with a 60-yard touchdown run with 10:49 to go in the first half to put the Braves up 21-0 as Ashton Crossan ran it in for the 2-point conversion. Then it was a high snap. Valley Catholic's been having all kinds of issues with the wet football tonight. We talked about, not in the broadcast at least, but on social media about this game possibly turning into a mud bowl. The south end of the field is still in fairly good shape, but the south end starting to get tore up quite a bit, and Valley Catholic unable to hold on the football out of the shotgun formation and have already fumbled a few times tonight. One of those led to a Davon Vereen 22-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown to put the Braves up 28-0. Didn't catch the time on that scoring play. Andrew Brown scored on a 7-yard touchdown run to make the score 35-0 with 8:17 to go in the first half. And then it was, again, Jack Lyda with his second punt return of the night with 6:23 left, going 52 yards to go, 42-0. And then to cap it off, Caden Harris again with his second touchdown run from 20 yards out with 2:36 left in the first half for our 49-0 halftime score, as Valley Catholic has made their way back onto the far side of the field with under 90 seconds left, as they'll add some more time, about 3 minutes, once the Braves return to the field after the youth players are done being recognized. So 7 scoring plays for the Braves in the first half, 13 in the second, 36 points in the second quarter. I'm not sure what the team record is, but that's got to be up there for most points in a quarter for the Braves, and they've already matched their season high for points scored in a game with 49 here in the first half. We'll take another 2-minute break and come back with the second half kickoff when we return. It's Banks 49, Valley Catholic nothing. We'll return after this from Main Street Pizza.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
And we're back as we get ready for the third quarter of action. Likely to see a running clock once we return to play in the third quarter, 49-0. Based on current rankings, Banks would likely host Ontario in the first weekend in November. That would likely be a Saturday game anytime players come across anytime teams come across the Cascades to play Banks. However, the winner of that game could go on to face either right now Yamhill Carleton and Warrenton would be an 8-9 matchup in the first round. Yamhill Carleton would face the Warriors in the first round of the 3A playoffs if they started today, but still a game and a half left before the regular season is completed. And Yamhill Carleton with a big matchup won't count for league standings, but it could count for rankings, as Vale likely to advance out of their Eastern Oregon district to the playoffs, but right now it's a tight race between Ontario and Burns for the other team, the two teams out of that district to advance to the 3A playoffs. And depending on what happens between Yamhill Carleton and Ontario tomorrow in the Dalles, Yamhill Carleton could move up or down from their number 8 ranking. And Warrenton hosting North Marion tonight. So we might see Lane Gilbert here to start the second half. Ashton Crossan was from about the midway point of the Tillamook win. Thought he left with a cramp injury at halftime, but has been moved strictly to running back and defense. So Lane Gilbert, the third-string quarterback to start the season, will see some action here in the second half with a 49-0 lead. First half took all of about 45 minutes. And that's with no running clock. Crossan's kick is going to be off the feet of Paz. Goes back to get it at about the 5. Has some room around the end far side and finally brought down up past the 20-yard line, out of bounds to about the 22-yard line. Bo Wormington on the tackle, bringing Paz down out of bounds, far side into the Valiants bench. First and 10 for the Valiants. Adams out of shotgun with Ferris, the lone back. Receivers split twins each side. Low snap. And give off the far side is going to be a short loss of about a yard, second down and 11. Valley Catholic comes to the line, not in any hurry to give the ball back to Banks, already up 7 touchdowns. Adams again has problems with the football, and I believe Banks has it again. It's Braves football at about the Valley Catholic 21-yard line. First and 10, Braves about to score again just outside the red zone, early third quarter. They'll actually mark it at the 15. Lane Gilbert in the game at quarterback for the Braves. Had a rushing touchdown in the win at Pleasant Hill. And bad snap, and he's going to go back and fall on it, back behind the 20-yard line, back about the 22, second down and long. Be a loss of 7. Braves hurry to the line. And Lane Gilbert's going to keep it and get a couple of yards back to the 20. It'll be third down and long. Actually, they'll mark it at the 19. It'll bring up third down at 14. Looks like the 19 from the far side, but near side the ball is right on the 20, so it'll be third down and 15. And the give to Diesel Shuggy in the backfield is going to get nowhere. He'll lose back close to the 30, and the Braves second unit going backwards as we start the second half. The mark it at the 26, fourth and long. And fourth and 21. Braves are going to go for it. 4 receivers set, trips near side, offset. High snap, and able to bring it down and give it to Shuggy, and able to break a tackle after nearly being thrown down, but he'll be tackled well shy of the first down all the way back near the 20. It'll be first and 10 Valiants taking over on downs with 6:20 to go in the third quarter. First and 10 Valley Catholic with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Banks a 49-0 lead. Caden Harris and Jack Lyda each a pair of touchdowns. It's been pretty much all on the ground tonight for the Braves. And pass is thrown near side up around the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, actually the 25. And it'll be a gain of 5 on the pass to Henry McCarthy. Second down and 5 for the Valiants. Second down and 5, again to throw. Pass is caught by Paz this time. First down up past the 40, and Valiants getting something going offensively, trying to at least put points on the board after giving up 49 in the first half to the Braves. First and 10 Valiants from their own 43. Three receivers for Adams. Pass is through the hands of Paz. On the move would have been enough for a first down. Down around the 30-yard line. Second down and 10. Clock continues to move. We might be out of here before 9 o'clock. Braves have outscored their last 4 opponents 146-15. Again, trying to preserve the shutout. And Valley Catholic lost the football, and the Braves are going to score. Diesel Shuggy off the fumble. 43 yards, 56-0 with 3.5 minutes left in a running clock. So just waiting for the extra point.
Senior night, Jack back in to snap to Christian and for Cole to attempt the point after.
Snap is down and good. 7 for 8 on the night by Cole Crossan. And with 2.5 minutes now in a running clock, it's Banks 56. Yamhill Carlton, or Valley Catholic, nothing. And whistles, not sure. White Hat waving his arms in the air back near the goal line after the extra point on the touchdown from Diesel Shuggy. We'll keep things here as we getting social media updated with the last scoring play. And it's going to be taken inside the 5. Ooh, and leveled. Danny Paz hit hard by 2 Braves defenders. Aiden rambled in to make another big stop for the Braves defensively. 1st and 10. Valiants from their own 19. 90 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And Adams to throw, and it is intercepted by the Braves. Number 22 near side, knocked out of bounds into his own bench up inside the 20. Kyler Humphrey wearing number 22, 25 on the roster. And that will likely be the final play. They'll mark it at the 20. That'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. But again, Banks threatening to score yet again as we enter the 4th quarter, up 56-0. We'll be back with quarter number 4 in just a moment after this from Scoggins Creek Coffee.
Scoggins Creek Coffee is proud to offer delicious hot drinks and delectable breakfast items too. Visit their 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton. Open 7 days a week, Mondays through Saturdays until 5 and Sundays until 3. Make sure to ask about their weekly specials and visit their Facebook page. Scoggins Creek Coffee, 503-985-3483.
Teams will switch ends. Banks now moving right to left with a short field starting at their own 20 following the interception from the 2nd unit. Gilbert with Shuggy the lone back and gives that side and thrown back. Forward progress might get back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and 11. Early fourth quarter. Braves with a 56-0 lead. Lane Gilbert out of shotgun. He's going to keep and run it to the near side and has some room. Finally brought down at the 10. It should be enough for a Braves first down. Clock will continue to move, though, under 11 minutes with an 8-touchdown lead. Actually, mark it at the 11, third down and 1. Lone receiver to the near side for the Braves is Breakneck's line. Trips to the top. And is going to give to Shuggy, and he's spun around in the backfield. He's going to lose yards. Back to the 15. It'll be fourth down for the Braves. Clock under 10 minutes. This game has been far from out of reach for quite some time. Still, though, most of the fans in attendance are still in their seats on senior night. A little bit of a high snap. Braves go for it on fourth and long, and they're going to give the ball back to Valley Catholic. I think this is more about just taking time. Lane Gilbert on the direct snap gets to the line of the scrimmage, and this is just more about trying to not run up the score, I think, against Valley Catholic. $56-0 Banks, 9 minutes left. Banks will improve to 8-0, 5-0 in 3A Coastal or 3A District 1 football. Can't say Coastal Range League due to the fact that North Marion is dropping down for football only. Again, a fumbled snap by the Valiants. Looked like a direct snap that time to Ferris. Ball is going to go back inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Second down and 16. And brought down back at the 5 is Ferris. Actually, it's 2, not 22. Kind of hard to see with the main position players for Valley Catholic having muddy jerseys. Rain has actually let up for the moment. Seven minutes left, third down. And 16 for Valley Catholic. And direct snap to McCarthy. And leveled at about the 20. It'll be a decent game, but it'll still be fourth down and about 5. Actually, the 15, kind of hard to see. No. Down No yardage markers on the near side of the field. Will be 4th down and 9 for Valley Catholic with probably about 6 minutes left by the time they snap the football. Quick snap again to McCarthy and cuts back up inside. And he's going to get the first down all the way up close to the 30. Under 6 minutes left. Valley Catholic will hold on to the football. .5:10 left, clock moving. Banks a 56-0 lead and will improve to 8-0, 5-0 in 3A District 1. Leading one win Valley Catholic. Since pause in motion, I think we have whistles and a false start or a timeout Valley Catholic. False start, 4:45. Clock continues to move. Again, congratulations to the Banks Lady Braves, winners of the 3A Coastal Range League for volleyball. They will at least host a first round game next Wednesday and hopefully have a bye to the first round by virtue of winning league. Again, man in motion is pause and slippery ball carrier, but able to be brought down in the backfield. Back around the 15, 4 minutes left. Second down and 20. Three and a half minutes left. Valiants with 4 receivers, all to the near side. And McCarthy's going to go down back at about the line of scrimmage. It'll still be third down and long. Under 2.5 minutes left. And again, Valley Catholic is going to run the football, get up close to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be fourth down and about 10. And I'm sure Valley Catholic will go for it with such little time remaining and the game far from being close, well out of reach since before halftime. Fourth and 11. And to get to about the 38 to pick up a first down. And McCarthy is just going to go down back at the 25, and it'll be Braves football with a 1:15 left. It'll be under a minute before they snap the football, and we'll only need to snap it 2 times, and we'll improve to 8-0, 5-0 in league play, hoping for a perfect undefeated season next week when they wrap things up at North Marion. And Lane Gilbert takes a knee, and that'll do it. 20 seconds left. Final score, Banks with a convincing 56-0 lead, or 56-0 win to improve to 8-0, 5-0 in league play. Our Oregon Army National Guard hero of the game, Jack Lyda, with 2 kick returns for touchdowns, leading the Braves to this convincing win and should solidify Banks' #1 ranking atop 3A football with 1 game left next week at North Marion of Aurora. So that'll do it for us. Very cold, chilly, wet evening, and I'm going to try to get out of here as quickly as possible and warm up. Jonathan Lee, not sure if he'll be back with us next Friday night as all the players sliding into the end zone on this muddy night as the Braves continue their league winning streak. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Final score, #1 Banks 56, Valley Catholic nothing. We'll be back next week either for football or volleyball at North Marion. We'll keep you updated on social media as far as the volleyball playoff situation. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good night and